U.S. State Department's Deputy Secretary Richard Verma is in Delhi, and he is having some diplomatic engagements here, and he talked about how India-US bilateral relationship has transcended to a new level in the last 5 years with about 24 billion worth of defense deals, about $200 billion worth of bilateral trade, and about 1 million visa that is being issued by US embassies recently. Of course, there is a lot to talk about India-US bilateral relationship, but in the recent months at least, we have seen one sore point cropping up in the bilateral relationship, and that is of Sikh separatist leader not being acted upon by the US agencies in various states of United States of America. Sikh for Justice is one of the front, a major organization that organizes major anti-India campaign and referendum for the so-called different or separate Sikh state. He is openly secessionist, he is openly anti-India, and he calls for a separate Sikh states carved out from the current India. India has branded him a terrorist, and there has been multiple concerns that has been raised against him by the Indian agencies, by the Indian leaders at multiple levels, both in New Delhi and in Washington. However, there is a clarity on USA side that why there is no action against this Sikh separatist leader. Now, in the recent months, we have seen another plot that made some twist in this entire, anti-India propaganda by this leader. There was apparent talk of Indian agencies being involved in a killing plot of this Sikh for Justice leader, Gurpatwant Singh Pannun. There has been legal processes also that is going on in USA, and at one point it looked like that has impacted India-US relationship very badly. Now, Richard Verma in Delhi, when asked about what is the status of this case, said that we raised our concern with the government of India. There is a committee of inquiry looking into the matter, and we will stay engaged with the government and look forward to their findings. They have taken it very seriously. We are grateful for that. So as soon as US government started this entire allegations against Indian agencies, Indian government formed its own inquiry committee to look into the matter, and there is a probe going on both in the USA and in India, and apparently the highest officials and the leaders are engaging on this entire issue. We saw in the month of December, Christopher Ryle, the FBI chief, was also in India. In the recent weeks, we have seen NSA of USA, Deputy NSA of USA visiting Delhi. Richard Verma was here. Donald Lu was recently here. So multiple senior officials from the US State Department, they have been regularly engaging with India for various bilateral, ties, various aspects of bilateral ties, and that also includes this sore point of Pannun being there, an alleged plot to kill Pannun by apparently Indian agencies, and also how USA is dealing with Sikh separatist or Khalistani separatist leader in USA. We have seen multiple attacks happening on Indian diplomats in USA. The San Francisco mission of India, that was attacked at least twice last year, and then US government probably took some security measures. There have been multiple referendum that has been organized across USA by the Sikh for Justice leader, and there has not been much action that is kind of satisfactory to the Indian government, because these incidences keep happening. Now, there is a difference between India-US relationship and India-Canada relationship. We saw the Canadian government also alleging almost the same set of allegations against one of the Sikh or the Khalistani leader that was killed in Canada. They alleged that Indian agents were apparently involved in that killing. Indian government sent about 40 Canadian diplomats back in the aftermath of the entire controversy that cropped up in India-Canada bilateral relationship. Why there has been not same way of dealing with the USA is because probably the India-US bilateral relationship is much more deeper, trustworthy, and transactional in nature as well. We talked about $200 billion worth of bilateral trade, $24 billion worth of defense trade, people-to-people connect, social and economic connect, and probably that has stayed in this bilateral controversy that didn't let this one controversy cropped up into other aspect of the bilateral relationship. Now, how the US will deal with this continuing threat that India has always raised with USA about these separatist leaders, and how this probe will result, and whom all will be finally conclusively alleged to for having been part of this entire killing plot, that remains to be seen. For now, Richard Verma's statement is not new, but it just reaffirms the US commitment to engage with India on multiple issues of controversy, multiple issues with differences and disagreement.
On the issue that was raised, look, I know we raised our concerns with the government of India. There is a committee of inquiry looking into the matter, and we will stay engaged with the government and look forward to their findings. And they've taken it very seriously, and we're grateful for that.